The House That Listens, Part 2, The Bargain. Eleanor didn't sleep for 2 nights after that. The house watched her through the silence. She could feel it, the way one feels a dream's eyes even after waking. The air pulsed faintly with rhythm, the hum of something half alive, half remembered. She stopped talking entirely, moved quietly, kept music playing from her phone at all hours to drown out the low vibrations in the floor. But at 3:17 a.m. on the third night, the music cut off. The phone screen dimmed to black, and the silence came rushing in like a tide. "Ellie," her grandmother's voice, close this time, near her ear, though no one stood there. Eleanor pressed her hands over her mouth and whispered, "You're not real." The walls answered in the same voice, the same trembling affection. "Then why do I remember holding you?" The next morning, Eleanor went to the county library in town. The librarian, a woman in her 70s, recognized her name right away. "You're Lee," she said softly, "the old house by Birch Hollow." "Yes," Eleanor said. "Did you know my grandmother?" The woman hesitated. "Everyone did. She was kind, once. Then she stopped coming into town, kept to herself. After her husband drowned in the well." "Drowned?" Eleanor interrupted. "She told everyone it was an accident." The librarian's expression darkened. No one could figure out how he got down there. The capstone wasn't broken. It was sealed. Some said she heard him calling from under the floor that night. Said the house wanted him back. She slid a dusty book across the counter. Legends and Hauntings of Ashe County. Inside, a chapter called The Mouth Beneath the Stairs. According to the book, the original house was built on a spring that the settlers believed would speak. They'd drop stones into it and hear whispers rise from the water. The well was dug directly above it to keep the voice contained. The last line chilled her. "Those who speak to the spring must keep it fed. It eats what it is said and remembers what it eats." Eleanor closed the book. "What does that mean, keep it fed?" The librarian gave her a look that was almost pity. "It means some things shouldn't listen too long." That night, Eleanor stood by the cellar door with her grandmother's journal in one hand and a flashlight in the other. The air smelled damp, like wet earth and rust. Each step down seemed to echo too long, as though the sound were being pulled out of her. The cellar was small, half dirt, half stone. In the far corner was a patch of uneven floorboards. Beneath them, the faintest hum. She knelt and pried one loose. The smell of old water rose, sharp and cold. There was a hollow space beneath the boards, not large, but deep. When she shone her light into it, she saw something glint. Metal. A rusted tin box. Inside, a child's pacifier, a strand of hair tied with pink ribbon, and a page torn from a hymn book. Across it, in her grandmother's careful writing, "The first word I gave it was yours." Eleanor dropped the box. Her throat burned. The hum grew louder. She wanted to scream but couldn't. Her voice wouldn't come. Then she realized it wasn't that she couldn't scream. It was that something else was holding the sound inside her, drawing it back down. The boards beneath her hand pulsed, warm as skin. "Hungry," the floor whispered. In the morning, she tried to leave. The front door wouldn't open. The key twisted halfway and snapped. The windows refused to budge, sealed by something stronger than paint. Her reflection in the glass didn't quite move with her anymore. When she blinked, it kept staring. By afternoon, she heard humming again, faint, steady, from beneath the floorboards. A lullaby, the same one her grandmother used to hum while cooking. She pressed her ear to the floor. There was breathing down there, slow, patient, and in time with hers. "Please," she whispered, "just let me go." The reply came through the wood, almost kind. "You already belong here, Ellie. You've been feeding me your whole life." As the sun went down, the hum shifted. Lower now, heavier, like a growl. The walls began to tremble. Dust rained from the ceiling. Eleanor grabbed the journal and flipped through its back pages again, searching for something she'd missed. There, faintly penciled in a margin, "If it wakes, you can silence it. A voice for a voice, a blood for a word." There was something else written beneath it, nearly illegible under a smear of ink. "The bargain can be undone only if the mouth is fed its own echo." She didn't know what that meant, but she knew what she felt. The house was awake. The humming rose to a roar, the sound of 1,000 whispers colliding, of every word ever spoken within its walls bleeding together into one voice. The house remembered everything, and now it wanted her. She stumbled toward the cellar again, journal clutched to her chest. The stairs bowed beneath her feet. At the bottom, the boards covering the hollow had shifted. Something beneath them pressed upward, slow and deliberate, like a hand testing the strength of the wood. She knelt, whispering through tears, "What do you want from me?" "To finish what she began," the voices said. The boards split. Cold air poured from below, and she saw, just for a moment, a mouth. Not human, not flesh. A circle of darkness ringed with the faint shimmer of wet stone. Every whisper she'd ever heard came from there. The mouth breathed. The air smelled of memory and rot. Her grandmother's voice drifted from it, calm and almost loving. "Speak to it, Ellie. Feed it what it gave you." Eleanor took a step closer. She understood now. The bargain had been made with sound itself. The spring, the house, the memories, all connected through the same ancient hunger. She opened her mouth. For the first time since childhood, she began to hum the lullaby, the one the house had taught her. The mouth below trembled. The walls quaked. And then, impossibly, the sound came back. Not from her, but to her. Her own voice, young and bright, echoed up from the darkness, wrapping around her like a forgotten heartbeat. Then came silence. The boards closed, and the house exhaled. In the morning, Mr. Harlan found the front door open again. He called her name, but there was no answer. The rooms were clean, and the air was still. Only one thing was different. In the hallway, carved into the wall with a steady hand, were fresh words. It's full now.